My goal today is to teach you guys how to find what is in your local waterways, whether that be where you're going to fish or where you fish regularly. It's just going to be some guidelines to help you find out what is there. So as you can see here, I'm staring at Google. That's going to be your main hub right here. For me at least, I like Google. Whatever search engine you want to use is fine, I guess, but I would just use Google because I know these guidelines are specific for this search engine. Anyhow, if you're new to your area, like brand new, you don't know anything, just look up your local DNR. So I'm in Florida, so Florida DNR. There we go, first result. Scour this page and it'll tell you all kinds of fish species and ways to catch them. You want to go over to fishing section, fish identification if you're new, just to see what type of fish are in your area. This really helped me out when I first started freshwater fishing. There's also a saltwater identification here. And you just scour this page and it has a lot of good information, but that's basic stuff. Everybody knows that. Secondly, you want to use Google Earth to your advantage. And I don't want to go too much into detail about it, but Google Earth is a great tool. Here I have it right here. I'm not going to make a video on that or talk about it too much because I think Chris Outdoor has a very good video on that where he talks about how you can change the dates and whatnot. You can go back in time and see what the area looked like maybe 10 years ago. I've done that to see whether or not I think a fish is still in the area because of collection points have been there so long ago. So you roll the time back and see like if the water quality stayed good. In my case, I realized that it didn't, so I don't know if that fish that I was looking for is going to be there. So that tool is useful. It can help you locate fish. Well, after that, you know basically what's in your area, but you don't know all the micro species and all that good stuff, which every multi-species angler would like to know. So after that, you want to go back to your old friend Google, and then this keyword here, key phrase, drainage basin, will get you really far. So just type in wherever you live and type in drainage basin. Maybe map and do some searching. You might have to look on images. Maybe you can find a map of the drainages in your area. But me, I didn't find it on images. I found it in the all section, and it's the first result. There's some article about Orlando's drainage, and somewhere down through here, let's see. There we go. So this is my area. I live in Shingle Creek. You can zoom in and see kind of what area is what. Maybe better on yours than mine because it's not a very good map, but I just know that I live in Shingle Creek. You can see the receipt. There's John Young. Yeah, so I live in Shingle Creek. And then you want to come over to a new tab after you figure that out, and then this is probably the most important part. So as you can see here, it says Shingle Creek drainage, but right here it says PDF because 9 times out of 10 the information you're looking for is going to be in a PDF. And then right here, if you can see, I have Lepomys, the genus, in quotation marks. And what this does is it only shows articles that have this word in it. And this is a genus of fish that is rampant in Florida. So I don't want to find just an article about, you know, just about the Shingle Creek drainage and how messed up it is. Yeah, I already know that. I want to find an article that tells me what fish live in there. So by putting Lepomys in quotation marks, it narrows it down pretty well. And as you can see here, with this specific search, what I'm looking for is the first result. And click here. And then once you get to this page, usually they're super long, and you don't have time to read through this whole thing. I mean, maybe you want to. You'd know a lot more about your area than I do if you did, probably. But I just skip right to the punch. And I do it again. Hit Lepomys, or whatever fish scientific name you choose that you know is in your area. But Lepomys is all over the state, so if you're here, it's a good species or genus to use. So there we go. Boom. Went right to dollar sunfish. There's a great list of pretty much all the fish in my drainage. Now I have found one other species that is not on this list, and that is the swamp darter. But other than that, this list is dead on. I found a lot of these fish, and I've yet to find a lot of these fish. But this is a great way to find out what is in your area, and I know this works for all over the place. I've done it. My buddy just went to the Atlanta area, like the suburbs, and I did it for him there and sent him a big list of all the fish there. Same thing. You use the same methods to find it, and it's a really great way. Now basically you know the fish that are in your area, and other than studying their habitat and then looking around your area to match that, you don't really have a good guideline of where these fish might be. And I'm going to show you how to pinpoint fish wherever, and that's by using species portals. Now I like to use this one. It's the Florida Museum of Natural History's species portal. Actually, this was shown to me by PMK on Instagram. Shout out to him. He always helps me every day identify fish and find them. But this is a wonderful tool. And like I said, there's multiple of these, so you might have to find one for whatever you're doing, whether it be saltwater or you're in a different area. But this specific one, they do searches all over the place. I mean, you'll find fish out in Sweden through this database. But as you can see here, you can type in a lot of stuff. I like to stick to genus and species, so I just go to whatever. Let's just type in a fish I'm looking for all the time, and that is the gloriosus, this blue spotted sunfish. You hit enter, and then you got this big old list. What are you going to do with that list? No one wants to read all that. You go over here, hit map. And it's going to show you every collection point that these people or this database knows about. Sorry. And as you can see, a lot of them are in Florida, but they are scattered throughout. So if you don't live in Florida, you can still use this one, but try to find your own. Probably be more reliable for you. But if you do live in Florida, here you go. This one's awesome. I live in Orlando. As you can see, I've caught this fish one time, and I live like right around here, right somewhere around here. Nope, right around here. And then I fish this area. This is the area I fish all the time. So this is where I caught the blue spotted sunfish. And if you look, there was one collected in the 70s. So that tells you two things. One, they knew it was in the river. This database already knew that that fish was there. And two, that even though it was found in the 70s, it's still there. We haven't completely destroyed the earth, even in the middle of the city. The stream still has rare species to be found. So this thing is amazing, and you can do this with all species. And I've used it over and over and over and spent hours doing all of this. And these are just some great tools I use to help locate fish. And I'm sure there's more to this that I don't know, but there's not a lot of videos on this out there, so I decided to share my knowledge with you guys. And I do have a couple more. One is this app on the phones. It's like an Instagram for fishing. It's called Fishbrain, and it's a really nice app. It's kind of janky and it likes to shut down and do all this annoying stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a good way to locate species. I've located several species in Florida that would not be found anywhere else on the internet through people that have posted them. And it's a nice little app, and I definitely check it out. I think if more people use it, it'd be better. More people use it and complain about how it shuts down all the time, so they'd fix it, you know. But it's a really nice app. Other than that, I guess just the obvious stuff. If you have a spot you like to fish, just throw some traps or some nets, whatever's legal in your area, and just see what's out there, because that's a good way to locate fish whenever you're actually there, physically locate them. Alright, well that's all the information I have for you guys today. Hopefully I don't have to re-record this. Anyhow, you guys take it easy, good luck finding fish, and whatever the hell fishermen say on YouTube.